Hi, team. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. So, hope everyone is doing well. So, my name is Venkatramana. I'm working as a senior data engineer in one of the big MNC company. I'm expertise in some of the Snowflake developer and skills, data engineer skills. So, today I'm going to discuss about and walk through about what is Docker and Docker essentials, why Docker is required as a developer, you need to know, and along with some of the essential components and installation steps, and how that image will be Dockerfile look like, and how the image building and run the containers using some sample Python script. So first of all, I want to discuss about one of the real world pain point problem. So how that Docker will give the solution for that. So let's think like a developer. Have you ever faced a situation where code works on your mission but fails in production? So you write one code and they given to you one of your friend or one of the colleague, your senior manager. So you did all dependencies you installed in your mission, but you are giving to your or else transfer to you this script to one of the your colleague. So at the time the code script will be failed due to some dependencies and it's not installed and their versions and some of the problems we will get. So exactly this is the problem the Docker will give a solution. So that's exactly the problem Docker solves. Like it helps us package application in a way that they run constantly in anywhere. For example, like a recipe. So you can make one type of a recipe. You need to to put like a dish and a script nothing but instructions to build and to transfer that image. So first of all, okay, we'll start the session. So what is a Docker? So Docker is an open source platform that allows you to build, package, shape, and run applications inside containers. So the core idea of the Docker is the main core idea of Docker is it will package your application. So it's like a lightweight portable box that holds your application along with everything it needs to run. For example, you have a script like code, libraries, dependencies, and configuration details, etc. So this box runs the same way on any mission, whether it's your laptop, a colleague's or computer, or a cloud server, like I discussed before the problem statement. So this is the main core idea of the Docker. So here, like a shipping container for a software, we can say as it is shipping container for a software. Write once, run everywhere, like isolated but lightweight. It is will be completely isolated, and it will be run anywhere without using any additional code. And it's a open source. We discussed like it is open source platform. No need to pay anything to Docker and some like we can think as a VM versus container. So what is a VM and container? So let's think we have one building or else like apartment. So VM is like a apartment. So we can have the big picture. So container nothing but inside a small flat. So this is the difference between the VM and container. So VM nothing but full OS we can get by the customer, but container only some specific OS we can get. So VM will be the like size will be the gigabytes and more than that. So for container only we can get an MB. So because of it is a lightweight. And VM it will start sometime to like it will minutes, and then container will be start in a seconds itself. So, and isolation is nothing but we have the strong isolation based on this capabilities and like scaling departments. So, container will be the process level. So, it will be how much you are processing, this script weight and it will dependencies and what which size you can choose and OS. Based on that, will be done. So, before going that, we need to know start the main core concepts of Docker. So first of all, we can know as image. So what is an image? So image is nothing but like it's like a blueprint or template for creating the containers. So like it's like a read-only snapshot built for a Docker file, built for a Dockerfile, like a blueprint or template for containers. So in real world examples, like it's like a recipe itself, you can say. So coming to next is like container. So container is nothing but like an instance. It's a running of instance of an image, like that cuckoo dish. You prepare the recipe. You need to prepare that recipe. We need one dish, right? So like a dish. So and it is like isolated and lightweighted and disposer also. So next one is like Docker file. So like Docker file, nothing but we need to give some instructions to build a custom image to the user. That's it. So Docker Hub it is like a registry, storage. We can say like a storage hub for images. Docker Hub is the default public registry, like a GitHub for storing the images. So next one is like before going to Docker instructions, I want to give why Docker. So exactly why Docker is used. Like for example, without Docker, so it works on mission. Like for example, you deployed a script, it works on your mission, but it is not working on your colleague's mission because of due to some root causes like dependency conflicts, like difficulty in the deployments while deploying that script to your colleague mission, you got some difficulties. So on so reasons. So right. So but with the Docker, we can resolve these issues. Whatever that dependencies issues, deployments issues, like versions issues, everything. So with the Docker, we can wear same environment with everywhere and easy setup and deployment and faster development. So this is the main use case of Dockers. Like simple example, like I will say, like if you build a Python app normally, like you installed some of the like Python libraries manually in your mission. Okay, but your colleague is not able to install that specific version because due to some OS problems, laptop versions, Intel core problems, everything. So with Docker, you build a Docker file like it is a container. Everything is inside one container. Just you can need to pass this image to your colleague. That's it. User like just he will run it. Then he can able to access all the dependencies, OS, and everything. So like simply like one line summary I will told as like the Docker helps you build once and run anyway without environment issues. So I will some of the installation commands we can say as like installation commands is like a straightforward. So first setup is you need to go to docker.com. So download the Docker desktop, and so you can see here like according to your operating system, we can have the different options. Just open it and install it. So first of all, I will go to the docker.com. So this is docker.com. So here we have that container software for developers. Download desktop based on your version for Windows, Mac, or else. So I have already downloaded this thing. So after installing, just we need to install. So if you don't have the idea how to install, then here get started is there. So they will guide us how to install and how we can set up the entire desktop in your mission. So once the installation is done, so we can see that this is the interface, like containers, images, volume, wheels. So in this session, I will cover containers and images.